And it's surreal, the fact that this is happening right where I grew up. It's literally my home at the center of this. It's so strange. My mom's house is gone, just washed away. Silo, North Carolina, the river, it's right on that river. That river rose up, trapped people on the other side. But you're not able to cross that river when it's that high. And you can't wait. The clock is ticking, like we just said. The only way is over. Why is Tim Kennedy being told he can't take that helicopter when there is a landing zone? Now they're being told that we need predetermined flight. We need the logistics. These overly detailed. You can always bog something down with bureaucracy to kill it.
The volunteer side, man, if you're not like search and rescue, a helicopter pilot with a helicopter, and even that, it's getting really weird with federal agencies not allowing some people to do things. I don't understand it. It's make sure you register to vote.
From Elon, he says SpaceX engineers are trying to deliver Starlink terminals and supplies to devastated areas in North Carolina right now, and FEMA is both failing to help and won't let others help. This is unconscionable. They just took this video a few hours ago where you can see the level of devastation. Roads, houses, electricity, water supply, and ground internet connections completely destroyed. FEMA wouldn't let them land to deliver critical supplies. When I bring this up, people claim that this is misinformation. Okay, Mr. Buttigieg, well, he's claiming no one is shutting down the airspace, and the FAA doesn't block legitimate rescue and recovery flights. If you're encountering a problem, give me a call. And Musk replied that he had seen hundreds of such reports and would phone. Tim Kennedy, 23 hours ago, the most difficult thing about all of this is managing time. There's just not enough of it. There are people's lives that are existing by this tiny thread. It has taken a week, but progress is being made. That's such a good point about the reality of the clock is ticking. We do not have time to, if someone stands ready to help, why not let them do it?
Some of these guys just have some really remarkable skills that are useful in reaching areas that people don't normally reach or can't normally reach. Man, a bunch of ambulances going out right now.
2 days ago, for the federal government to say that they don't have enough money to help Americans is a slap in the face to every working American and spitting in the face of every American currently in South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, and Hawaii.
You know, I went to put a couple of people into a hotel last night, and they have a security guard at the hotel, and they said, "Oh, we're so sorry. The entire hotel has been booked for federal employees." And I was like, no, I have people that would just pull it out of a mountain that are living out in the hills, and there's not a place for me to put them because we have federal employees that are staying in the hotel.
There's no way that you can comprehend the complete failure by our government to respond. There are Americans that have been left up in the mountains and the hills with no support. Where I went to school, and I think this is absolutely true, we do not really know the full extent of this because communications are still widely down. I think it's much worse than we think. The death toll is going to be higher than we think.
But people, this is biblical level devastation.
Yep.
This is apocalyptic, the things that we see out there.
These are towns up in the mountains that are 10, 20, 40 miles away from any other
That's right.
town. And people on the ground like you need helicopters from the government, and they will not release them. I have heard that time and again. And the people who are delivering aid up in the mountains are now getting requests for body bags.
We're going to see specific examples where people's lives could have been saved. And the blood is going to be on the hands of those that did not allow that person who could go help to go help. Another personal example, the local fire department here wants to send down a crew. The head of the fire commission in Massachusetts sends out the logistics of it, and you have to be certified 1 and 2 to be able to get on one of the trucks and drive down to North Carolina to help cut trees and do this stuff. I'm auxiliary. I don't fall within that certification. So because of this bureaucratic process, I'm not even allowed to go on that mission to North Carolina, my home. You're going to have to explain to me why certification 1 and 2, if I'm certified to go SCBA with air into a burning building, but I can't go cut trees. Like this is And then you have people in the same breath try and articulate to me why these things are necessary and how the government is not actually making any mistakes. And this is all misinformation.
I was greeted by Lake Lure fire chief, and he shut down the whole operation.
The clock is ticking. That would be like at Dunkirk, them calling upon private citizens to send the fishing boats alongside the military. And then someone in Churchill's cabinet saying, what is the measurements of the fishing boats? Like, we just need to get these guys off this beach. However,
I asked him, what was the reason I had to leave them there? And he said, again, you're interfering with my operation.
Flew the 3-minute trip back, picked up his son, and left the woman's husband behind, passing people waving for help along the way.
In Asheville, let's just say it leans far Democrat. We'll just say that. So there seems to be this apprehension around the discussion of questioning the response at a governmental level. There seems to be this fear even around me making a video about this topic. It's gotten to the point where I'm going to go down there. And also it's so infuriating. There's just this feeling of helplessness to be up here when this is happening at the place that you love most. I have one tattoo right here, and it's North Carolina. It's my only tattoo, and the mountains are shaded in because North Carolina over my heart. North Carolina, wherever I go, North Carolina is where my heart is, right? That was the idea of it. And I've never regretted this tattoo, so this has been challenging for me.
Are you all welcoming those private helicopter pilots who have delivered food and water and medical supplies and are helping rescue human lives from the mountains around Lake Lure? Are you guys welcoming them now?
That would need to go through the Rutherford County Emergency Management or the State Emergency Management.
I'm asking you as an official, the leader of Lake Lure, North Carolina, are you now welcoming those private helicopters